The secret good deed. The story of the three men in the cave. Imagine you are trapped in a place where no one can hear your voice. No one knows where you are. There is no phone signal, no tools, and no way out. The walls are closing in, and the only thing standing between you and the end of your life is a massive, immovable rock. This is not a work of fiction. This is a powerful story told by the Prophet Muhammad PBUH about three men who found themselves in this exact situation. Their story carries a secret that every believer needs to know. The power of sincerity and the weight of your hidden good deeds. Before we begin, if you want to strengthen your faith with authentic Islamic reminders and Hadith stories in English, please take a moment to subscribe to Islamic Guidance English and turn on the notification bell. Let's spread the light of Islam together. Long ago, three men were traveling through a mountainous region. Suddenly, a violent storm broke out. Thunder shook the earth, and rain poured down in sheets. Looking for shelter, they spotted a cave at the foot of a mountain and rushed inside. But as they caught their breath, a terrifying sound echoed through the cave. A massive boulder had broken loose from the mountain above. It tumbled down and crashed directly into the mouth of the cave, sealing it completely. They were plunged into total darkness. They pushed against the cold stone with all their might, but it wouldn't move even an inch. They realized that human strength was useless here. One of them spoke up through the silence. "By Allah, nothing can save us from this rock except our sincerity. We must each call upon Allah by mentioning the most sincere good deed we have ever done, deeds that no one knows about except Him." The first man stepped forward. He remembered his elderly parents. "Allah, I had parents who were very old. Every evening I would bring them their milk before I gave any to my own children or my wealth. One day, I went far away in search of green pastures and didn't return until they were already asleep. I milked the cattle and brought the bowl to their bedside, but I found them sleeping. I hated to wake them, yet I also hated to give the milk to my children before them, even though my children were crying at my feet from hunger. I stood by their bed, bowl in hand, waiting for them to wake up. I stayed like that until the break of dawn. O Allah, if I did that purely seeking your pleasure, then move this rock so we can see the sky." As he finished his prayer, a loud, grinding noise filled the cave. The massive boulder shifted, leaving a small gap. A single ray of light pierced the darkness, but the opening was still too small for them to escape. The second man then spoke. His story was one of a struggle against one's own desires. He said, "O Allah, I was deeply in love with my cousin. I tried to lead her into sin, but she refused me. Years later, a severe famine struck the land, and she came to me in desperate need of money to survive. I told her I would give her a large sum of gold if she surrendered herself to me. Because she was starving, she agreed. But at the very moment I was about to commit the sin, she looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, 'Fear Allah and do not break the seal except by right.' My heart trembled. I realized what I was doing. I stood up and walked away, leaving her with the gold I had given her. All out of fear of you. O Allah, if I did this purely for your sake, then move this rock further." The boulder groaned again. It slid further across the entrance, making the opening wider. But they were still trapped. Subhanallah, the power of fearing Allah in secret is immense. If this story is touching your heart, please hit the like button. It helps this video reach more people who might need this reminder today. The third man made his plea. His was a story of honesty and justice. He said, "O Allah, I once hired several laborers to work for me. When the work was finished, I paid them all their wages, but one man left in a hurry without taking his money. Instead of keeping it or spending it, I invested his small wage. I bought a few goats, and over the years, those goats multiplied into a massive flock that filled a whole valley. Years later, the man returned to me, now old and poor. He said, "O servant of Allah, give me my wages from years ago." I pointed to the entire valley of livestock and said, "All of this is yours." He thought I was mocking him, but I told him it was the profit of his original wage. He took every single animal and walked away, leaving nothing for me. "O Allah, if I did this out of honesty and for your sake alone, then move this rock and free us." With a final, thunderous sound, the boulder rolled completely away from the mouth of the cave. The three men walked out into the bright sunlight, breathing the fresh air of freedom, saved by the weight of their hidden virtues. This hadith teaches us a profound lesson. In our lives, we will all face caves, moments of depression, financial ruin, or health crises where it feels like a boulder has blocked our path. In those moments, your public image won't save you. What will save you is your Ikhlas, your sincerity. Build your secret treasure of good deeds today, for those are the deeds that move mountains. Thank you for watching Islamic Guidance English. If you found this video beneficial, please share it with your friends and family. You never know whose life might be changed by this reminder. May Allah make us among the sincere. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.